What if the most talked about act of worship in history was done by someone whose name we never knew? It was just days before the crucifixion. Jesus was invited to dine at the home of Simon, a respected Pharisee, a man of power and religion. The room was filled with disciples, scholars, important men, men with names, men with titles. And then, she walked in. The Bible never tells us who she was. Only this: she was known in that city. No one invited her. No one gave her permission. She didn't belong in a room like this. And she knew it. But she came anyway, because there was something she had to do. Something she could not hold back any longer. She carried an alabaster jar of perfume, pure nard, worth an entire year's wages. Everything she had. She knelt behind Jesus, and she began to weep. Her tears fell onto his feet. She wiped them with her hair. She kissed his feet. And then, she broke the jar and poured every last drop over him. The fragrance filled the entire room. And for one moment, everything went silent. Then the whispers started. The disciples looked at each other in disgust. Why this waste? This perfume could have been sold, and the money given to the poor. And Simon the Pharisee said nothing out loud, but thought to himself, if this man were truly a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. Every eye in that room judged her, in silence, without mercy. And then Jesus spoke, not to defend himself. He turned, and he defended her. He told Simon a story. 2 men owed a debt. One owed a little. One owed everything. Both were completely forgiven. Which one, Jesus asked, loved more? Simon answered slowly, the one forgiven the most. Jesus nodded. Then he turned to look at the woman, and said 3 words that silenced the room. Do you see her? Not, do you look at her? Do you truly see her? Jesus looked at her. This woman every man in that room had already written off. And he said, she has loved greatly. Therefore her sins, which are many, are forgiven. Not whispered, not hidden, declared, in front of everyone. Every man in that room had a name, a title, a seat at the table. History forgot most of them. But this woman, with no name, no status, no voice, Jesus looked at her and made a promise. Wherever the gospel is preached, in the whole world, what she has done will be told in memory of her. Matthew 26 verse 13. 2,000 years later, we are still telling her story. He kept his word. So hear this. God sees what you bring to him in the broken moments, in the private moments, in the moments when you feel like you don't belong. He sees it. He calls it beautiful. And he never forgets. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And comment below, what do you think she was feeling when she walked into that room?